Hello, good morning and welcome back to episode 9 of Operation Ducato. As you can see, the sun is finally shining, meaning we can get on and fit the windows. Whether or not we're getting both done today, we don't know, but we're going to start with the biggest on the door. We're only going to be actually working on the van today and tomorrow, which is Sunday and Monday, and tomorrow's only going to really be half a day due to myself and the boys going away to Florida for 2 weeks. Charlie is staying home on this trip. He is Disneyed out, so he's staying home. He may work on the van while we're away, so I will have the camera, batteries, the SD card all set up ready for him, so if he does do anything, fingers crossed, he will film something for you. So there may be 2, maybe just 1 week without a Operation Ducato, and we are hoping to be able to get videos of our Disney trip up on a Wednesday, and then the Operation Ducato one will stay on a Sunday. Anyway, going back to the van window today, we also want to double check the measurement of the kitchen units, because we found some kitchen units that we want, but we just need to know the sizes of the cupboards that we need to get. So I'll probably dash out and get them tomorrow, which is exciting. It means that we can get the fridge in here, get the units, get a little idea of the space of the kitchen as well. We've got to finish this vapour barrier, which is half hanging down. I started it just before it started getting dark, and then yeah, it was too dark to see, because you're using like the aluminium tape, and this is like a, you know, foily shiny surface as well, that it just all blends in together as it's getting dark. So I'm going to finish doing that while I'm waiting for Charlie to come out. We've got to move a few bits, cover a few things as well, so that the metal shavings don't go everywhere. And then yeah, we're going to start the window, which is super exciting. We've had these windows now for about 2-3 weeks, and the weather just has not been on our side, so we are taking full advantage today. I think also Charlie will want to show you the electric setup as well. That turned up yesterday, and he only ordered that on Friday, so it was here within 24 hours, which is just brilliant. He knows the company name and things like that, but we've gone for a Victron setup, so yeah, he'll probably show you all of that as well within this vlog. But yeah, it's a little bit rushed and go, because yeah, we just want to try and get as much done as we can, with me obviously and the boys going away for 2 weeks. We have 1 hole now in the side door. Window fits lovely in there, and we did manage to protect everything inside with the 2 boxes here from the solar panels and this little bit of foam as well, so that's a good way of doing it. Now we're going to just paint around all the edging with Hammerite and prepare the window and get that in. But yeah, glorious day, as you can see. Clear blue skies. Not even a cloud in sight, so good day to do a window. sealant has been removed now. It's a bit of a trust the process.
Very much.
Yeah, it gets everywhere. But as we said when we fitted the last 2 windows, cloth.
Methylated spirits.
And
this is all you need.
Yeah.
Comes off a treat.
So it's nearly time to give it a buff. Take the protective layer off. But yeah, it looks good. We were saying we're glad that we went for the size that we went for, which is 1000 by 500. Because I think the smaller one, even though it was like 900 by 400.
450, I think.
Or was it 450? Yeah. I think it just would have looked a little bit lost. I feel like it goes with the size of the door, but also because we've got the L4, it's slightly longer. Maybe on an L3, the smaller one would be okay, but yeah. Glad we went for that size. And it looks nice from inside as well. Fills up that gap completely, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
So I know I've shown it from inside, but I thought I'd just show it again. As we spoke about the size, how well it fits that panel. The van feels so much longer from inside and bigger with just that being there than it just being a plain white panel. So yeah, it's amazing. By adding a window, what it can do. We've just got this side one to do now, and that's all the windows completed. My hands are so cold, my fingers are like, oh. Yeah, it looks even better once you peeled this off, doesn't it?
Yeah, still a bit of the tape around the top of that frame. Oh, look at that. Lovely. That looks rather special.
Yeah, it looks even better, doesn't it, once you've taken that off?
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Got the back one to do as well from inside. The protective film from inside.
Oh, have you not took it off?
I haven't taken it off, have you?
What, on this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't took it off either.
Oh, right, well, I've got the back one to do as well then. It's a bit of a pig to grab hold of from in here though, especially as your hands are so cold. Oh, got it. Oh, yay! Oh, that was... Oh, don't root there. Ooh, oh. Just about to go ooh. Oh. Oh, this isn't as satisfying as the front, is it?
No. It's making you work for it.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Looks nice.
Yeah, I don't see lots of light. That's nice. At least when the boys are sitting here, they've got a nice big window to look out as well. There's the other one.
Yeah. Always forget about them protective films. Like once you fit it, you're like, oh yeah, it looks good, and then you're like, oh, it's gonna look even better now we're taking the film off. See through it.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to show you what we've received from Wired Campers. We bought a complete kit, which sort of takes all the hassle and thinking out of what you need and what you don't need, and there is quite a lot of it. So being that we decided to go for a gas-free installation, we'll start with the inverter. We went for a 3 kilowatt or 3000 watts Victron Multi Plus 2. So this is probably one of the more reliable ones on the market. It does everything. It charges your battery. It knows when you're on mains hookup. Pretty clever bit of kit. So really, once you've got it running, it's sort of get and forget. It's a big lump of kit. That's bloody heavy, by the way. Like I say, Wired Campers produced this kit, which includes this, the links distributor, the solar MPPT, the DC to DC charger, all of this wiring, your shore power hookup, cables, isolator, every single crimp, connector and so on that you would need, every bit of wire, 230 volt shore power 16 amp hookup, that's your fuse board for that, which would run this one into there, and then this will then run into your inverter, and then from there it would then run back out of your inverter and into your fuse board, which would supply any 240 plug sockets or supplies that you've got in the van. It comes as standard with a three ports. That's the one they normally supply, a 4-way box. We did upgrade it because I spoke to the man at Wired Campers and he was very helpful, explained a couple of things to him. So we ended up with a 12-way box, and being a dual poled, it would take 6 across the front there, 6 fuses, 6 of these RCDs and 1 MCB. So we had to change out the buzz bar there. This buzz bar's for that one. Like I say, it comes with everything, all the relative connectors for the wiring to go up through the bottom and down through the top, your fuses, the back ends for your plug sockets, which you have a choice of colours and styles. The one thing I was really impressed by was the isolator switch for your solar coming in. A lot of them you have to wire it in yourself. This one uses MC4 connectors top and bottom, so you don't really have to do much wiring to that, which is quite nice. We did upgrade our solar MPPT. It comes with a 30 amp version of this in the kit, but because we're running 3 195 watt solar panels, speaking to him about that, he said no, you need to upgrade that as well, which I thought we did. So we've ended up with a 45 amp solar controller. We've got our Orion DC Smart battery to battery charger, so that's got to be wired in, so that will charge from your alternator to charge your leisure batteries. Your links distributor, which everything runs through basically, it's like a giant buzz bar, so your mains come in and then everything feeds out from that to whatever you're running, like these things. The only thing we did upgrade on it at the end of the day was the Servo GX and screen. This is so we can monitor the battery very easily, configure everything very easily, and also has the ability to have extra things added to it. So for example, your water level floats, for your wastewater and your fresh water, you can program that so it can tell you when they're full, empty, half full, whatever, which is a nice little touch. There's a few other things you can do with it, which when I actually get my head around it all, I'll let you know. But it's a very comprehensive kit. Very nice people to deal with as well, and the shipping was unbelievable. I bought this all on Black Friday sale, which I felt was a really good price for all of this. I ordered it on the Friday and it all turned up on the Saturday. It has everything in it you need basically. Probably along the lines you will have to find that you'll have to buy 1 or 2 things, but I can't see what. They're very knowledgeable up there, so I think even if you're just pondering it, it's worth just giving them a call and hopefully they can help you out as well.
I have been out this morning. I have been to Screwfix and picked up 2 kitchen cabinets, so we are going to make them indoors today because there's not enough room out in the van and it is peeing down with rain. We have just got the Pragma, I think that's how you say it, range from Screwfix, which is their own make, I think. So we've gone with a 40 3-drawer cupboard and a 60 cupboard. Now the only problem with this one is we're not going to be able to fully open the door. 230 units would be too small to get anything in, so that's why we've gone for the 60. And if we do need to buy 2 doors, because obviously they might not match these from another store, we can just wrap them so that they match basically. So yeah, got lots of different options of what to do, but we're going to put these together. The reason why we went for these ones, Screwfix was the only place that sold 40 drawers like that, and we thought they would be really handy because you got the cutlery drawer up the top and then we've got 2 larger drawers at the bottom, which is ideal for either food or pots and pans and things like that. So yeah, that's what we have decided to do. So we're going to just pop them up in here and yeah, get them in the van. So we've opened the first box and we were a little bit worried because we've got these holes here which obviously attaches the back, like little plinth that goes at the back to support it, and that only measures 7 to like there. However, we've measured all the way down and it's only 57 anyway, instead of it being 60 like normal. So yeah, we have seen other people mention this and say that they are good for camper vans because they aren't as wide. So we are still going to be able to cut this back, have the supports,
It's perfectly on that line as well.
Yep, and it will still be 50,
50.
which we were wanting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Drawers have been made. Very happy with the size of them, as I thought. Be able to get lots of pots and pans and bits and pieces in there. And this one. And our cutlery drawer at the top. And these drawers are actually really nice. So it's all metal, so it's really secure. Definitely better than what we've put together before from other stores. So yeah, really happy with that. We just need to get some handles to go on them. So yeah, you might be able to hear the kettle boiling in the background, so we're just making ourselves a cup of tea, and then we'll start on this one and then take them both in the van. This is the layout of the kitchen so far. Fridge, drawer unit, and then the cupboard here. As I said earlier when we were indoors, we may do either 2 30 doors, because as you can see it's very close to this chair, and we're going to have a unit and then our shower here. So obviously we don't want it to be too tight, so either 2 30 doors or a piano hinge if we cut the door in half, or we might just wait and see once we've built everything else if a 60 would work. We are aiming for the sink to be here, and then the rest will just all be countertop, lovely splashback, and then units above as well. But yeah, so far so good. It is a little bit tighter than we were expecting in between the chair, but as you can see, still can fit through absolutely fine. As you can see as well, wet shoes, muddy shoes on our new vinyl flooring, which I'm not very happy about, but there you go. But yeah, can walk through absolutely fine. Yeah, but it's taken quite a long time to build this one. This one we sailed through, but yeah, this one took a little bit of time with the drawers and stuff, but it is definitely, as we've already said, a better quality than others. Happy with that, and also happy with the space that we got to get in and out as well, which is also really important.